Hi, I'm back. It's Sunday night, finishing up on the chores today. As you know, we had some lambs yesterday. Susie had 3. I was hoping somebody else had 1 and she had maybe 2, but after some close inspection, she had 3. So, I'm bottle feeding one just to make sure the other 2 can. I think she was trying to bottle feed everybody, but I don't know. I guess I don't have enough to do. I can get up every 2 to 4 hours and feed a baby. I almost thought today was beautiful down here in Roosevelt. Almost 50 degrees. Oh my gosh. Hardly a wind. And we're in wind country, so when the wind doesn't blow, you go outside and do stuff. And it was a beautiful day to do stuff. So I even packed the baby back down there to Susie, because I had her in the Connex with the other 2. And they knew each other. But, and she actually, I just fed her before we went down. Thinking, well, she won't eat on her too much, and the other 2 will have plenty. She was being a piggy. She went right up there and double dipped. She ate from the bottle before, just 10 minutes before, and had another full lunch off of Mom. And then once Mom realized, who are you? You smell weird. You don't smell like me. It's been too long. And the kid is like, no, it's me, it's me. And pretty soon Susie was headbutting her and knocking her off her feet, and I'm just a softie. And you know who's the real softie? My husband. God, he jumps in there. We're gonna bottle feed her. So we did. She slept on my side of the bed last night with a diaper. She fell off the bed in the middle of the night. Didn't get hurt, thank gosh. But Butch, he's like the baby daddy around here. He took it upon himself to console her and snuggle with her, so they're buds. Anyway, if you hear a baw, she was asleep when I first started this. We're back. I haven't fixed my internet problem. I have internet, but it apparently isn't strong enough to have a constant signal out here. That's one of my major to-dos. Well, I had a question the other day. How do you shear rabbits? Well, I shear most of them, 99%. And once in a while during the winter, you can scissor cut, which the way I scissor cut, it leaves them really ugly, but it leaves a little bit of wool on them. So they really don't need a bunny coat, especially in my barn, because it's all enclosed and it doesn't get that cold. But I'm going to show you real quick. This particular doe, I'll show you. She's 6 months old and very cranky. She is extremely cranky. And we're almost done. We've done her underside and her cheeks and her feet. Her toes have been trimmed. So there's just this little bit left. So if I get through it, it's going to be a good afternoon. It's going to be a good night. Just scissor cut. I hope you can see this. I'm going to take my glasses off. And then I'm just going to put them in. And I'm going to have my scissors this way. Not flat to the body, but totally opposite. I'm going to put them in until I see the end of my scissors, so I know exactly where it's at. And I'm not going to pull on the skin, because if you pull on the skin, sometimes their skin is loose and you can kind of snip their skin by accident. But I'm just going to snip, snip. See, I said she was really cranky, and now she's going to be really good. I hope I'm not jinxing it. Well, if I do it right, I can just keep going and I won't even have any second cuts. I can just keep going. We'll go down here. There's going to be just a little bit of second cuts there. This little girl, she's 6 months old. And this is, I consider it a baby coat. It's still really fine. But her next coat should be pretty good. Except she's going to get bred. So depending on what happens with her babies and all that, I may not be able to harvest a whole lot out of her babies. But anyway, you can kind of see how that's going. It actually goes pretty quick. And you can see there's little high bumps. Now, if this was a show bunny, which chestnuts aren't showable yet, hopefully they will be in the future. But if I was going to take this to a show in 3 to 4 months, I would probably take my shears and level that out. Probably not today, because she's probably had enough of me today. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. But she's not going to a show. You are being a good girl. So I just keep going. And you do the whole body like this. I can't believe how good she's been. I've been working on her earlier, and she's been a pain in the hiney. Now, one thing I wanted to show, if the camera shows it pretty good. She's got something in here. I'm not sure what that is. Somebody had a question about synchronous coat. Now on her coat, I see a set of rings right here. And actually there's another set of rings down here. Now she's not really shedding. Here's a good piece right down here. It looks like another set of rings. And here's a set of rings. But what this is down here is a new coat coming in. And the reason why it's important to know is if you put your wool in to make yarn through a mill or you hand spin, it's good to know how to harvest your wool, because giants aren't molters generally. There's always exceptions to the rule, but generally they are not molters. And so if I was to shear this in my wool, I would get 2 different lengths of wool. One about 1 inch, one about 4. And if you ever question, is that really 2 different coats? It looks like just one. Grab just a small handful of wool and keep a look at it. I don't think she's going to get too mad at me because I'm going to be really gentle. I'm going to pull that top coat out. See, that's one coat. And down here, you can see that that's a second coat. So she does have 2 coats coming in. But oh my goodness, how beautiful is this wool? Anyway, I'm just going to keep scissoring it. She's such a good girl. And all of this stuff, just FYI, there's so many people that have their own techniques and what they like to do with their wool. And if you're learning, my recommendation is learn from as many people as you can. Read, do some internet searches, because my way isn't always the right way. But when you learn from a bunch of different people, there's definitely sometimes the wrong way, but sometimes it's just different. And what they want to do with the wool might be just different. See, what I'm going to do with this stuff, since even whether I sheared it or it's scissored cut, it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to hand spin all of this stuff and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm really stuck on my boucle. It's actually not technically a boucle, it's called Beautiful, and the full on the end is F-U-L-L, all caps, because it's basically felted, it's fulled. So after I spin it, I felt it. I might have some videos later on how to do that. She is almost done. Your foot's off the table, chick. Do you care? See, when I brought the baby out here, I grabbed a nice clean old towel, or older towel, and set beside me on the floor. And that way she could have a nice warm little spot to lay. The silly thing is just laying right underneath my feet. Not even on the towel. So since this girl is actually being good, we're going to finish scissoring her. See, I have some second cuts. Now, if this was going into my yarn run, I'd be much pickier, and I definitely don't want 2 coats in my mill run. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that, but there's 2 rings. And unfortunately, it's 2 sets of coats. So anyway, that's scissoring. Girlfriend, you're all done. We didn't hurt each other. That was amazing. And while the other baby is sleeping underneath me, I'm going to show off some other babies. Uh-oh. I'm coming back. My husband was doing some construction in the back of the house, and I left the baby back there out in the yard. She was kind of fat. She does not like being by herself. Look at these guys. These were born on Christmas Day. Aren't they just lovely? Oh my gosh. You're just jealous down there. Go back to sleep. Shall we put a little bit of stuff down here for you? There's one. Who was the mom? I have to look at it. What is her name? Rachel. And Mr. Awesome was the daddy. He's one of my chestnut big boys. He's, oh, look at you. You're kind of thin. Look, hey, what are you doing there, buddy? Somebody was climbing on me or something. I have to watch these guys because they'll jump out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white ones. Aren't you guys pretty? Yeah, they were born on Christmas Day. Fat. And I have 2 chestnuts. That's what I really want. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 2 chestnuts and a black. You're not a chestnut. You're a black. Don't jump out of the box. This guy seems to be the little runt, but he's got a fat belly. He's eating, but you can tell who the monster is. Oh my gosh! Even compared to, oh, I know, this one over here. You're Mr. Piggy. Yes. Yes. Aren't you guys precious? Oh my gosh. It won't be long before you're producing wool and I'll be cutting you down. Look at their little eyes, just starting to open. Just starting to open. I have 11 litters, you guys. And a little more than that are due here in about a week or more. I have to check my notes again. We kind of broke it up in a wave. So I have 2 major waves. Yes, you guys are doing really good. We'll put you back for just a minute. Yes. Now that I woke you up, huh? We'll take you back to Rachel. And she'll tuck you back into bed. Here you go. Oops, I got some hay in my wool. Come here, brat. Are you done with your nap yet? Well, it seems that I have a temporary house guest for the next little while. We got a little diaper on her. Yeah. So anyway, she's going to be my sidekick for the next little while. Yep. Who's that in there? She's getting along with the cats and the dogs. Like I said, Butch is kind of taking her on as his mission. He's in love with her. He gave her a bath last night when she fell off the bed. Consoled her and then just left her. I tried to look over there to make sure he wasn't just licking the bones. There was something else going on, but nope. She was just getting a doggy bath. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Have a good week.